The proposed redevelopment of 5 properties at the northwest corner of Esquimalt Road and Lampson Street includes rezoning to permit a new 89-unit, 5- and 6-story market multi-residential building. In coming up with the design for this proposal, we wanted to create a welcoming urban edge as well as a building that would respond to the topography of this sloping landmark site. As one of Esquimalt's gateway intersections, the location requires a strong response. Some of the design challenges we faced in developing our response were the significant slope along Lampson Street, the relative narrowness of the streets, and the busy intersection. We feel we have come up with an appropriately scaled project that has a strong presence but does not dominate. The generous corner plaza helps to provide some visual and physical relief and creates an edge that has a real human scale. The proposed land use designation for this site is medium-density residential, which permits buildings of up to 6 stories and a floor space ratio of 2:1. Our proposal of 5 and 6 stories with a floor space ratio of less than 2:1 is consistent with the OCP. Additional OCP policies reflected in this proposal include alternatives to support reduced single occupancy vehicle use, supports for transit service, a location within close proximity to employment centers, the ability to accommodate young families, a mix of dwelling unit sizes to meet the varying housing needs of Esquimalt residents, the inclusion of spaces to foster social interaction, and the installation of electric vehicle charging infrastructure. Part of our strategy for climate leadership includes a low-carbon, high-performance building which will be ASHRAE or National Energy Code compliant. This will be complemented by low-carbon mobility. The site is made up of 5 parcels located at the corner of Esquimalt Road and Lampson Street and is surrounded by a combination of 4-story multifamily buildings, townhouses, and duplex single-family dwellings. The site is considered to be accessible by all transportation modes, including transit, walking, and cycling. To help reduce parking and environmental impact, incentives will be offered by the developer and include the provision of a Moto car share vehicle to be located on site, partnership Moto memberships allowing 100% of the units to benefit at any given time from Moto membership privileges, and $100 credit for residents joining Moto for the first time, up to $10,000. Long-term bicycle parking has been provided in accordance with the OCP policy at a rate of 1.5 per unit, which yields more than 1 bike parking per bedroom. Of the provided long-term bicycle parking, 10% will be allocated for cargo bikes, and 50% will have access to power for e-bikes. The site is well placed within an existing established fabric of multifamily buildings. The redevelopment of this site to multifamily residential is in keeping with the planned densification of the Esquimalt Road corridor. This slide is a closer view of the site, showing similar contextual adjacencies. This aerial view shows the proposed redevelopment of the site within the existing context. The following 4 slides zoom in for a closer view, animated and activated by day and night scenes. Looking from the southeast towards the site, this is a view of the existing property. This is a view of the proposed redevelopment of the site. One of the key design drivers is the relationship between the building and the street. 5 townhouses have been located along the street edge, each with a front patio area. The main entrance at the corner features generous glazing and a warm, welcoming feel. The sunny plaza located between the street and entry has been designed for lingering and socializing. At night, this area comes to life. There are many opportunities for eyes on the street. In addition to the townhouse patios and the entry plaza, there is a generous deck area on level 3 and part of level 4, as well as balconies on all units. Looking from Esquimalt Road up Lampson Street, this is a view of the existing property. Looking north on Lampson from the south side of Esquimalt Road, this is a view of the existing property. This Google Street View is taken before the townhouses behind the property were built. Overall, there are 7 junior 1-bedroom units, 49 1-bedrooms, 20 2-bedrooms, 2 3-bedroom units on the courtyard, and 6 penthouses for a total of 84 units. The 5 townhouses make for a total of 89 units. There is on-site storage for each unit. The building is stepped back at level 3 to provide an appropriate human scale along the sidewalk where the setbacks are more shallow. The penthouses on the top floor are further stepped back and help to articulate the roofline. The project is comprised of 2 separate buildings over a shared parkade. The buildings are separated by an atrium that provides a view and a connection to the courtyard beyond. There is access to 19 parking stalls off Lampson, as well as a lay-by for drop-off, pick-up, deliveries, taxis, etc. At night, the atrium will gently illuminate the entry and the courtyard. The 3-bedroom units open onto the courtyard, which has been designed to recreate a Garry Oak meadow. This will be a sheltered, safe place to explore and play freely or sit quietly with a book on any given day. In addition to 8 new Garry Oaks and 9 new street trees, a number of existing Garry Oak and fir trees will be retained along the north and west property line. There will be efforts made to retain the Garry Oaks close to Esquimalt Road at the southwest corner of the property. This view also demonstrates well the stepping back of the building on various levels. The main access for parking is located on Esquimalt Road. A parking supply rate of 1.05 per unit has been provided. Based on the parking study prepared by Watt Consulting Group, the expected parking demand is 92, and 94 stalls have been provided. There are 83 stalls for residents and 9 stalls for visitors, including 2 barrier-free. Rough-in for EV charging will be provided for every 2 stalls. There is an existing driveway that will remain undisturbed for tree preservation efforts. The new Moto car share vehicle will be located on this driveway, an ideal, highly visible location accessible to all car share members. The proposed building features a palette which is both elegant and timeless. Given its prominent location in the heart of Esquimalt, we feel these finishes reflect a landmark building. Material finishes include brick veneer at the base, a combination of white stucco and dark gray fiber cement panel on upper levels, with accents of wood grain metal in various locations. We have engaged both BC Transit as well as Esquimalt Engineering in conversations regarding the street edge. The bus lay-by has been deleted and the corner radius has been improved for turning. There is space to stack 2 buses and a new BC Transit bus shelter will be incorporated. Esquimalt Engineering has requested a new 2-meter sidewalk along Esquimalt Road. Comprehensive shadow studies have been completed and are included with the rezoning submission package. We have included a sample in our presentation which shows a spring-fall shadow at 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. The neighbor to the north will likely be the most impacted. Shadows at this time of year fall mostly on the driveway in front of the townhouses. A variety of trees and shrubs will be specified to create an attractive streetscape. Some example images of these can be seen on the landscape drawing which has been completed by Lombard North Group. Conceptually, the project includes the recreation of Garry Oak meadows in the courtyard area as well as the northeast corner of the property.